Welcome back to more Week 3 GBL content. Tonight we have Power Fang versus Silverfish. This is a very interesting matchup between a newcomer to the GBL playing their first competitive match tonight against a Silverfish who's looking to aggressively climb the standings after some recent momentum in a win against Tazunoi. Right off the bat here, we have a Dran Dagger 460 taper matchup against Arrow Wizard 960 free ball. So a very aggressive attack build versus a pretty unconventional stamina build. Let's see if Arrow Wizard is able to compensate for its lack of weight here and avoid some big hits. And it looks like that's exactly what it's doing against Dran Dagger. And we get an early spin finish for Silverfish, bringing the score to 1-0. Next, we have a Keel Shark 260 low flat versus Sword Drawn 360 taper. So, two attack builds looking to take swings at each other. This Keel Shark is definitely going to try and make contact early. If not, it's probably going to be a pretty easy spin finish for Sword Drawn on that taper. But let's see. There's a lot of movement here early. And this Keel Shark is definitely trying to take some hits, but it looks like it just runs out of steam here. And Silverfish is able to go up 2-0 with two spin finishes on the match so far. Next up, we have a Mammoth Tusk 470 disc ball. That's a pretty unusual bay to roll out in a competitive environment against a Dark Perseus 460 flat. Again, a pretty unique, not commonly seen build here in competitive settings. Let's see how this goes. I doubt this has been ran very much anywhere. And we have early some collisions here, but it looks like Mammoth Tusk is holding its own against a very, very heavy Dark Perseus blade. The problem with Dark Perseus, as is well documented, is that it's a pretty heavy Beyblade. So, yep, you always do wonder about the stamina concerns, especially on something like Wedge, where it doesn't have a ton of mobility that can allow it to dodge hits or restabilize itself. And that brings us to a reshuffle here where we have Dran Dagger on 460 going up against that Dark Perseus. Silverfish is running that again. Let's see how this goes. We have some early hits. It looks like Dagger is not being too... I take that back. Dagger is throwing out some big attacks now, and it looks to have destabilized Perseus. Let's see if that top-heavy shape to it becomes a problem again here. It looks like this is going to spin finish now, and wow, Dran Dagger was able to do just enough, tying up the score at 2-2. Going to the next matchup now in round 6, we have that Mammoth Tusk 470 disc ball coming back out against Sword Drawn 360 taper. This should be pretty interesting. It's going to be a battle of attrition for Tusk Mammoth if it can avoid these hits, especially in disc ball, which can burst easily, and just manage to outlast. Oh wow, we have a deflection and a pocket from Mammoth Tusk. That brings Power Fang to 4-2, winning the match right now, somewhat surprisingly for the newcomer. Moving into the reshuffle, we have Keel Shark 260 low flat versus Arrow Wizard 960 free ball. Now the tables are turned a little bit. Keel Shark is going to have to get some big hits in here in order to win this match, and that's exactly what it looks like it does. Wow. Keel Shark just decapitating Silverfish there for the burst finish and bringing them to 6 points against 2 on the match. Pretty surprising for the newcomer. The nerves have not gotten to them in this GBO match. Finally here we have Mammoth Tusk going against Arrow Wizard, a stamina battle, and let's see if weight beats friction. Oh wow, Mammoth Tusk is able to extreme finish Arrow Wizard here. Arrow Wizard is just so light, and that allows Power Fang to take their first ever GBO win and end the night there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good one.